Hey guys, this is Sir Robert here. I'm going to show you another Town Hall 7 attack from one of our most recent wars. So I'm going to run through again how I look at bases. First thing I look at for Town Hall 7 attacks is where the air defenses are located and what level. Here they're both level 5, so that's pretty equal, obviously. And they're both centrally located, equally located, so the location doesn't matter and the level doesn't matter. Next thing I look at is air sweeper. Is there a way that I can possibly attack this air defense that will not involve me having to deal with the air sweeper? In this case, not really, because if I come from the top and take out the air sweeper first, then I got to go through this town hall, which is definitely not advantageous. So my choice is to either come through the side or come directly into the air sweeper, which I really don't want to do if I can avoid it. So the next thing I look at is, if I'm coming from the side, from these directions, is what buildings do I have to go through. Well, coming through this building here, coming from this direction, I have to go through this dark elixir mine. This one is just a regular gold mine, which is a little less hit points than this. So looking at this, I'm probably going to want to attack from this direction here. And I'll use my 3 lightning spells to take out this air defense. Now, a lot of guys in my clan hear me talk about flow all the time, and they're probably ad nauseum. These troops are computer generated and they follow the rules set by the computer. So basically they, for ones that attack defensive units like giants and hogs and balloons, they will go to the closest defense, period. Doesn't know what's better, what's worse, it just goes to what's closest. So I always talk about, on defense at least, creating bases that have flow to move troops around, whether it's walking troops like barbarians or giants or hogs. No matter what the case, I want to have the troops flow where I want to make them flow. So understanding here, if I attack from this side here, I'm going to try to get my troops to come in this direction. They're going to get to that elixir storage, which is the highest hit points in this area from here out. They're going to get hung up there. Now, I'm thinking ahead that I see a blank space here and a blank space here. That most likely, 90% chance, that's probably where the Teslas are going to be. So one thing I'm thinking about before I make this attack is, if that Tesla pops there, my troop and my dragons are coming in, depending on which side the elixir storage they wind up on, if they're over here, they may come to this AD. If they're on this side, a little bit closer to this side, they may wind up going to that Tesla, and then I'm kind of stuck over there. So going into this attack, it's not just, oh, I'm attacking from one side or the other. I want to make sure of where my dragon's going to go, what's going to hold them back, where they're going to flow to. So I'm going to plan ahead for that, knowing that this Tesla may pop here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a little slow on my release of my dragon, so that if this Tesla pops, it's being destroyed and out of the way, even though my dragon's going to go the wrong direction, because now they're going to be stuck on this town hall here. Then I can send some more dragons in behind to go straight for this air defense. So that's what I'm going to do here. You watch me do this, and we'll see how that goes. I believe in this particular case, I brought level 6 balloons, which is my troop of my favorite troop. My favorite troop to have in the clan castle on these dragon attacks. So that's out of the way. So I want to pause there, and I discuss this all the time with on these videos. To create the funnel, you got to take these outer buildings out. We don't want the dragons going out in those directions. We want these buildings out of the way, so the dragons are coming into the middle, shooting right up the middle towards this elixir storage, and then of course coming hopefully to the AD, but most likely the Tesla's going to pop there and create some problems. Let's see how that works out. Again, I'm being very patient. I don't just lump clumps of dragons. I know that these buildings are outside the range of this air defense, so I'm going to be patient. I see guys dropping clumps of dragons all the time. I've only released 3 dragons so far. That's it. I want to clear those areas out because, again, I got to make sure my dragons are coming up the middle. Alright, so even there, I've released 8 of my 10 dragons. I'm holding back 2 dragons intentionally, knowing that these dragons are going to come up to this elixir storage. Most likely a Tesla's going to pop there, and that's going to create some problems. So I'm going to hold those dragons back, so if I need to, as these dragons turn to the Tesla, I can release them over here so that they come towards my air defense. Again, you got to know, here's my straight line right here. And this is closer to that line, so they're going to go to whoever's closest. So I have to release them coming in this direction. If I release it above this line, it's going to go to the Tesla. If I release it below the line, it's going to come to this air defense. Let's see what happens. The sweeper actually helps me here pulling my dragons down. And as you can see there, the Teslas do pop. Both Teslas pop there, and my dragons come off this dark elixir storage. I'm sorry, this elixir storage, and they're turning towards that Tesla. So I release my balloons here, knowing that is a potential problem. Let's see what happens. As you can see, I released the balloons. I drew that line for you earlier. I released those balloons a little too high. Those balloons should have been released down here. If I released them anywhere down here, they would have gone straight for that air defense. So that's my mistake here. I should have been below this line here, this imaginary line between these two defenses. Because I'm above it, it's going the wrong direction. This dragon is already on this air defense, and it's got almost all its life left. So I'm not very worried. I still am holding back my 2 dragons. So if I release them down here now, I know they're going straight there as well. So I know I'm in good shape. So right here at this point, I know 8 dragons. I've released 8 dragons, lost 1 or 2. Balloons are already up and alive. I know this right now. It's game over. This base is destroyed.